Hey, Patriots. Today's the last day of January 2024. And today the watermark doesn't work. Sorry. Oh, what's the deal? Hey, Docs and Grandma, hello. Trying to get rolling here. Nothing's working on this now. All right. Whatever. Dead by, don't yell at me. I'm messing something up here. Let's try this. Let's try this. It's not working. Live TV, Patriots. Live TV. Hey, Tina. Yeah, everybody's probably watching the convoy. And I'm sitting here doofusing around on a... Maybe that was it. I think I might have fixed it. No. No. Don't know, Patriots. Can't get the watermark going today. Hi, Sylvia. I'm having a meltdown. I'm having a meltdown right now. Here, let's look over here. We'll look over there while I'm melting down here. All right, yeah. You don't yell, Dead by. I see you. You don't yell. All right, we're just gonna wing it without the watermark today. Yeah, just this homeless guy in a parking lot. Don't you wish you were outside there, Spy Guy, though? Then you'd be able to see what Jesus created for you out here. You gotta get out of the basement once in a while, Spy Guy. How you doing, Patriots? It's the last day of January, 2024. And the Take Our Border Back convoy is in Texas already, all right. It is a cool thing to be following along. They just crossed over into Texas. Well, hello, Texas. I hope they're not near a rest area because I want to get this done before they go live in a rest area or something. We see all the speakers talking and stuff. So right on, man. That is some fun stuff to watch. Yeah, they only had, today actually was a shorter driving day. It was only 8 hours, I believe, till they got there. And then they got met with news reporters and stuff last night. It's happening, man. The news is getting out. And let me tell you what, you can tell that not one single mainstream media outlet is telling the truth about this convoy. We're exposing every weakness once again, man. People are going to find out there's like, what do we got, 15 live streamers in there? So the live streams are reaching a large audience there. And they're showing you what's going on. So there's people saying there's going to be 700,000 trucks down there. There's 1,000 trucks. There's, 2,000 trucks. And we know that there's only like 60 people in it right now. They're more are tagging on here as they go through there. But wow. Can the mainstream media ever tell the truth about anything? They were mixing up the name of the convoy. They were saying about, and not a word about Jesus in the whole thing. Everybody's talking about Jesus in the convoy, and not one mainstream media is telling you that. That's the one thing that they're all lying about, man. Going through Houston, and that's going to take a while. Yes, they had to do some kind of reroute, they said this morning, about construction zones, and Houston was going to be a challenge. So send some prayers up for the convoy right now. Father God, look after this convoy. Keep them on the path. Keep them safe. Keep the wheels on their cars. Let the motors run. Keep them in your hand, Father. In the name of our Savior, Jesus Christ, we pray. They just left the rest area, headed for Katy, Texas. They're going to run into Jay Jones, and MGB is going to be down there. They're going to meet up. So they're picking up Patriots all along the way. It's really cool when they meet up with Patriots. And I mean, we saw LA Forgiven down in Florida, met them as they were coming in. And just a very, very, very cool thing. Yeah, we're early today, Small Water Guy. I'm just going to keep talking and forget about doing the Freedom Corner news updates and chat. But we had a great Freedom Corner last night, so let's get right down into it, man. Today is day 1120 since the Constitution's been erased in this country, apparently, for some people. For everybody that voted for Trump. Everybody else apparently still has some type of a thing that they call a constitution, but, you know, it's really vague on what they really mean here. We're going to talk about Vigil number 547 in a row. Yes, you heard that right. 547 vigils in a row outside the gulag in D.C., in the sewer of D.C. Swamp is too good of a word. It's a sewer down there. So our Freedom Corner Patriots have been down there every night for 547 nights in a row. God bless them. Last night I got to watch on Dev for Freedom's channel, and because I never got to sit through a whole night on Dev for Freedom's channel, man. And she's been down there for a month. Dev for Freedom just pulled a stint down in D.C., and this is how it works. People come down, they carry the load for a while, you know. Dev for Freedom went down right before the 3rd anniversary, January 6th anniversary. And then she started live streaming while she was down there. And it's worked out really well. Deb for Freedom, man, you're doing an awesome job, man. Had a good time in your chat. Debbie B, you are one awesome moderator. Putting in the links for, man, you were digging up. You weren't just digging up like inmate numbers and mail addresses. You were digging up like Washington Post articles for me. What did you give me that was really cool? Like the Marshall handbook thing that they were talking about, man. Digging up all kinds of digs on those links. And those links really help us get information in and then channel it out to everybody that wants to get it, man. Live streamers are the truth. And that's what's showing right now. While we're showing all the evil people on the mainstream media, we're showing how live streamers are the truth, man. You want to know what's happening? Find a live streamer that's showing it. So yeah, Debbie B and Deb for Freedom, awesome job on that channel. Deb for Freedom on YouTube and Rumble. First call tonight was Taylor Jonatakis. Well, we had a phone call prayer from, I think it was Dave Summerall. That was pretty cool. And Taylor Jonatakis came on the line first phone call. And he was just full of thank yous for Freedom Corner being out there, for giving him a venue where we are taking his phone calls and organizing visits for the Patriots and organizing commissary money to show up for these guys all the time. All right, we got action going on the Gateway Pundit there, the censored media from the Capitol. Your senators and your House of Representatives can't watch this because they can't see that Gateway Pundit article because that is censored in our Capitol here in America. They're censoring our representatives on the information that they can get in the Capitol. Outrageous, people, outrageous. J6 defendants filed challenges in Supreme Court to abuse of obstruction of justice law. It's about time these lawsuits start flying. Right on, silly. Thank you for that link. Here's Deb for Freedom's link. She does a great job. Before she went down to the corner, down the Freedom Corner, she was making shorts of the phone calls. And it was really nice because she does a job with filters the sound, makes the sound a little bit better, and puts it on a nice format, brings in, just makes it look pretty for a shorter video, a 15-minute video or so. Really appreciate the work the live streamers are doing everywhere right now. It's amazing. It's a very cool thing. Taylor John Attack has read an essay called Pathetic. And it was written by an attorney named Cooper out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And it's just about what's pathetic in the system right now, man. Our leadership is pathetic, man. And it's pathetic, the mentality of a lot of the countrymen in our country right now. They don't, they vote. They're like one topic voters, Are you for abortion or against abortion? And they'll vote on that one topic, and then all this other garbage comes with one idea. You can't just be a one-item voter. Oh, this is horrible, man. These pro-life activists convicted of felonies in Tennessee face 11 years for praying outside. You want to be horrified? Read that article. Read Gateway Pundit, man. There's a bunch of horrifying articles in there. This is one of them. That J6 pipe bomber information that came out 1 or 2 days ago it's horrifying. Our government's lying right to your face, making a mockery of this government, of you and I and everybody that lives in this country. So don't be a one-item voter. Don't just vote and hope for the best. Vote and then hold your representatives to it, man. Like right now, we should all be calling our senators right now about close the border. That's all it is. Close the border. If 50 million people called all 3 of their representatives and said close the border, and then they ignore that, that would be you're ejected. You are out. You are not listening to the people. You are obviously compromised. You are not representing we the people. Call your congressman, please. And then after the essay Pathetic, about these voters and our leaders and stuff, Taylor was just saying, you got to lead. You got to vote. You got to then become a leader. And you got to make it so other people can understand. However you can do that. There's many different ways of jumping into that battle. Proclaim truth. Truth is both resilient and infectious. Proclaim it and it will win. But ignore it and it's going to fade away. And we're watching it just fade away right now. Truth is literally evaporating out of all the J6 trials, out of all these abortion clinic trials, out of all this, the issue with the border, out of all the thing with the Middle East. We find out these 3 soldiers that just died didn't even die in Jordan. They died in Syria. They can't tell the truth if their life depends on it, man. And then the truth doesn't come out through them. It comes out through the live streamers, through the other people who are reporting the truth, man. All right. And then right at the end of that phone call, Mickey said something, do better when you know better. Be better when you know better. If you know better, do better. And we know better, We know better. Here's a link. You can find your senators and your House of Representatives people with that link. There's also 2 phone numbers there. I'll give you the phone numbers here in a little bit. So Taylor, another awesome phone call. He was like, thank you for giving me this venue, giving me the opportunity to talk to other people outside the prison. It really means a lot to him, and I can understand why. So many of them prisoners are just stuck in there with nobody giving them a voice on the outside. And the ones that we're giving a voice to, they are making it better for the ones that can't get their voice out. And we're going to change things in this country, America. Yeah, defund the mainstream media. Hey, Ridgeline. All right, we got a crowd in here now. ACB, 5-star Angel. It was a Fedsurrection. Absolutely right there, 5-star. Then the next phone call was the DNC show, Dominic Box and Chris Quaglin. And they were getting into the Marshall's handbook guidelines. And it isn't what they've been calling the Marshall's handbook yet we got our hands on yet, but it is the Marshall's guidelines it's called. And it's what, silly, like a, I don't know, 97-page thing, but it sets out the parameters. I got a page and a half into it so far over the last 4 days. So there's a lot to think about just in the mission of the Marshal Service, okay? Where it helps us understand the jurisdictions that our government has put under their authority, okay? They're not it's not the one. It's complicated. So we gotta figure it out. 91 pages, right? It's a long document there. So Taylor's got this Peasant's Perspective website, which has a lot of his essays at. He's written 2 or 3 essays so far, and then he read that Thomas Paine thing for the last couple days, and he read this one by this attorney called Pathetic. All right, okay, we're doing good. Even though we don't got a watermark, we're doing all right here. Allow the House to vote on the border bill, and the border will be closed down tomorrow. Exactly, single item bills. That's what we need to get back to. Somehow they've gotten us used to accepting these massive bills with all kinds of stuff stuffed into them that we have no idea what it is. Single item bills have to come back. They have to. It's messing everything up, man. And it's making it too hard for us to keep track of what they're doing in there. All right? That's another good reason to get rid of it. Dominic and Chris were talking about the Northern Neck Sentinel also, and Mickey also. Missy and John Haynes is the editor, the owner of that newspaper out of Warsaw, Virginia, which was near the Northern Neck Patriots, or Northern Neck Regional Jail, when we had a bunch of J6ers in there. Man, we got to know that group of Patriots well. And they are still going with a weekly vigil in Warsaw, Virginia. And they are going after the corruption that they uncovered at the Northern Neck Regional Jail. And it's a long battle. I mean, it's a lot of time. I'm sure there's a lot of other things these guys would rather be doing, but they're chasing down these criminals, and we're going to make them pay. We're going to make them pay. They tortured those J6ers in that prison for a long time, man. And the Marshal Service was in on it. The Northern Neck Regional Jail was in it. There's judges that are owners of the jail. We got a lot of problems, America. We were asleep at the wheel for too long, man. Chris Quaglin is talking. He's going to release all of his grievances on the record when he finally goes to trial. And I mean, he has just hung it all out there. Well, I got to give you, Chris, you get the Big Kahuna's Award for what you're doing right now, because you don't care what they think. You're showing them for the sham that they are, man. Oh, you guys got a couple pets in there? They hear about Jesus? Okay. Good. That's why God sends them here. Nobody's telling them about Jesus where they are, you know? They live in their little troll bubble and indoors, and we get them outside, and God sends them here, and we just tell them about the plan of salvation, man. It's easy. It's easy when you let God do it. Yeah, sinner, you need the blood of Christ to cover your sins, because you're going to hell. You're bound for eternal damnation the way things sit right now. And you need a reconciled relationship with God. All you got to do is believe in the blood of Christ, covering your sins. Then you too can start talking to God, and he might listen to you. And then you got to start learning about him. You got to learn about the guy who just saved your butt out of eternal damnation. I mean, you'd want to learn about that guy because he's pretty much a superhero. So then you got to start learning about him. And then it goes on from there. Life gets better and better and better. And then you're not following a snitch around for whatever reason the devil's got you following a snitch around for. It's easy. It's easy. It's like so simple. But you guys make it so complicated. So I'm glad God sent you here. Praise the Lord. I hope he waters that little seed we put in your head there and makes you think about it. And hope to see you in eternity someday, you know. And I hope you're not asking me for a drop of water on your tongue. Oh, that was good. That was good, wasn't it? Chris and Dominic were also talking about the J6 cookbook that's they're putting together right now. We've been telling them, you got to do a cookbook because these guys are figuring out how to make pizzas and all kinds of food out of the 7-Eleven gas station food they can buy in the commissary, and they're pretty ingenious about how they go about doing it, man. So look for the J6 cookbook to be soon to be released. I mean, it's not even put together yet, but they're working on it. They're working on it. And we've been kidding about that for like 547 days now. Oh, let's see. All right. After their phone call, Mickey got on the microphone, kind of brought us up to date on what they've been doing. Mickey and Tammy, they've been in congressional hearings. They've been sitting in the courthouse on the trials that are going on, that are continuing down there, meeting the families of the J6ers that are on trial. And she mentioned that today they were going to go to well, they didn't know where they were going to go, but they were going to be in Congress or somewhere. How did Tammy put that, man? Oh, Tammy said, we'll be somewhere tomorrow. So that means they're doing something busy down there. You know, they're getting stuff done. They're wearing Ashley Babbitt t-shirts right inside the halls of Congress while they're having these hearings, man. And they're making these people uncomfortable, as they should be. They've been way too comfortable because we've been asleep at the wheel, not holding their feet to the fire. And then they said that they were dragging Ivan around in a wheelchair into these hearings, man. And they're getting through the doors, making all this commotion. I think they had a good time with that. Ivan Raiklan is an amazing patriot. He's got a brain that I can't, even understand, But he's got facts, man. He's got facts about everything. He is up on J6. He's up on the operation of our government. And he just shattered his legs sledding with the kids the other day when the snow was here. And now he's like, in a wheelchair and stuff. So they had some fun with that. Let's see, who else? All right, then we got a phone call from Brian Jackson. It's good to have him back in the pod after that 22-day ordeal where they disciplined him but didn't tell him why. And Curtis Tate and Brian, they called it the Scooter and Tater Tot Show. Tate had a really good little thing that he was talking about when he was getting transferred and stuff. When he was in Northern Neck, getting totally mistreated down there. And then they brought him up to D.C., but they had to put him into solitary when he first got here. And he landed in D.C. and thought Northern Neck was better than where he just landed in D.C. So he had this little thing, and he said, this must be hell. He came to a realization like, I am in hell right now. Life could not get any worse, but God held them together, man. God held them together. Holy smokes. We got a massive gas pipeline explosion in Oklahoma Panhandle. Crazy things are happening, man. All these crazy things are happening. All these food plant fires and the eggs and the chickens and all that, they're just destroying our food and claiming it's for our safety. And then all these are accidents. Okay, Ridgeline posting the Take Our Border Back convoy information right here. So this is important because there's fake websites out there, or there's one that I found called Take Back Our Border. And I'm sure it's a sham website that's ripping people off. The Take Our Border Back website is there. The link for to donate to them is in there. The planned itinerary is all in there. And if the news people that were covering this would just click on that website, they would know that half of what they're reporting is bullshit. So we can't blame them. You know, they're just stupid, and they're not just checking the details of the stories that they put out. Thanks, Ridgeline. Throwing a link in sideways, trying to squeeze it in between Silly's links, right? It's not easy. These mods are good. I'm finding that out, man. Yeah, we'll get to the convoy here shortly. We'll just talk briefly about it and then just go there and watch it, you know, instead of talking about it. Yeah, Curtis Tate, this is hell. And it was pretty cool, man. It's one good reason to watch Freedom Corner is to get these perspectives from these guys. But we don't have that much time. Okay, and then after the phone call with Scooter and Tate, Mickey and Tammy were just kind of talking on the, or no, right at the end of the phone call, Mickey was talking to Scooter and telling her about how we had that vigil where we walked around and put the flowers down, and the cops wouldn't let us into the thing and all that. And Mickey said, yeah, man, we walked all the way around the Capitol. And then Tammy goes, and she didn't get arrested once. So I love seeing, Tammy was on last night with the one-liners, man. She had a couple of really good ones in there last night. And then they were reporting that Nicole is going to be coming back. She should be getting back late tonight, so she probably won't be at Freedom Corner tonight. And Tammy mentioned, well, yeah, Oliver will be really happy she's back. So, man, Tammy, you're funny sometimes, man. Real funny, and I love it. Yeah, that's right, Ridgeline. We're all right where we need to be right now. That's right. God's put us here. Walk that path every day. Make sure you take care of your body so you're ready to go. When something turns up that you can jump in on, just be ready. Make sure just be ready. Like the Boy Scouts said, too. Uncle D, I don't know what to tell you, bud. I don't know what to tell you. We're talking about saving our country. We got a convoy going down into Texas. Everybody's lying about it on TV. We got FJB, an imposter in the thing. We're talking about guys that have been imprisoned for years without a trial. And you want to get snippy because you can't ask a simple question? I mean, come on, man. Why so hostile? I'm a nice guy. Get out of here, dude. Just get out of here. For crying out loud. Get real or get out of here, man. And that's what we're dealing with all day long in these chats on the convoy, man. I mean, it's unreal. These people are miserable. And they need to hear about Jesus, and God sends them here to hear about Jesus. So, what was your name again? Uncle D. You need Jesus. That's why you're miserable. That's why you're in here arguing stupid little topics and points about yourself when we're talking about world topics and saving our country and the future of our children and grandchildren. And you're in there talking about how miserable you are because you're snippy and somebody got on your case. You need Jesus, man. That's the whole thing. That's why the whole country's messed up right now, because we've gotten away from this. We got to get back. We need a revival. We need morality again. We got to get transgendered kids out of our schools and treat it for the sickness that it is. Jeff Sable made the last phone call. Mentioned that his sentencing is finally coming up. He's been in jail for 3 years. The third anniversary of his imprisonment was like just last week. His sentencing's coming up on March 20th, he said, supposedly, because this constantly gets pushed around, pushed back, more torture. Get ready for court. Oh, court's canceled. Court's like 2 months from now. You got to wait another 2 months. This is what they do to the prisoners in America that voted for Trump, that stood up for their First Amendment rights in America. That's happening right now. So the border's happening, and this is happening. You got that, Uncle D? Okay, sang the national anthem. They sang it in the convoy. That was awesome. Again, spreading the J6 message within this convoy. Also, a lot of people to getting turned on to the facts that they're still arresting people. Okay, and then they got to talking about this E. Jean Carroll lady. Okay, what a mockery! What a mockery has just been made of the system through that. Another instance. Everybody can see the holes through this whole case. And Jeff Sabo was like, well, tell me, though. So she was just awarded $83 million for what? For defamation of character. Okay, defamation of character. But really, what just happened? We just found everything out about her character, and she's a dirtbag. I mean, she is like a woman that talks about how rape is a fantasy of women, named her dogs tits and vagina, just a disgusting human being. Lie after lie that she's told in this case that has somehow gotten all swept under the rug, and Trump still has to pay her $83 million for something that has never even been proven to be true. So another mockery. This ability to make a mockery out of these cases shouldn't exist, and I don't think they would if we were voting in real elections, because these people wouldn't be in power. All right, and then Jeff wrapped it up with check out stophate.com, good website to go get info on J6. You'll be able to see exactly the sham what J6 is, man, and all the holes in that right now that just nobody can see, you know. And Jeff Sabo was saying how there's like no news. Nobody, they always have news and stuff, and it occurred to me, the last 3 days there has been very little like earth-shaking news. But just last week, we were saying, holy smokes, there's so much news today that it seems like 3 days. That, you know, and that's what these birth pangs thing we were talking about, okay? Birth pangs, they come and then they go, and then you got another contraction, and then there's a space between them. Well, now so far there's been a 2-day space between the last one. So the birth pangs are coming quicker and faster, and that's exactly what it says is going to happen in the scriptures. And then while there's no news, all of a sudden, where's the Epstein list that we were just hearing was going to be released? You know, all of a sudden that's ignored. Nobody's talking about it on anywhere anymore. Where's the 44,000 hours of security footage from the Capitol? It's gone. Nobody's talking about it anymore. That was going to be released like tomorrow, and it's gone. It ain't out there now. So this is our do-nothing government, man. How long are we going to wait around, America? We can pick that phone up, get 50 million people to call their representatives, and they're going to have to listen to us, all right? That's all it takes. It's simple. And then there was another site that I landed on called Condemned USA. Dave Summerall's site is awesome with the Stop Hate. And Dave Summerall is an awesome patriot. He has been to the corner several times, man. Yeah, look who funded E. Jean Carroll, the same one that was funding Nikki Haley. These Democrat people, I don't know where they get their money. It doesn't seem like they're really making money on these businesses they own, but they sure do got a lot of it. What's up with that? All right, I got one topic of news, man. I just want to share with you before we get into the convoy here. Live stream eyes. I think I know what you're talking about, Lee. My eyes were cooked last night by the end of the day. All right, just this morning, I sat and watched a video, and it was 13 minutes of Democrats telling us why we should have a closed border, okay? There's more Gateway pundit gold. Thank you, Sylvia. Transgender and discrimination negatively impacts the U.S. military, says service members. How long did that take, you know? That only took 3 years. Man. 13 minutes of Democrats telling me why we should have a closed border, why border security is so vital to the existence of this country. I just sat there and watched 13 minutes of FJB telling me how much a secure border means to the United States of America. I just sat and watched 13 minutes of Bill Clinton telling me we can't have a country without a border. I just watched Barack Obama tell me how dangerous it is to let illegal aliens into our country. I just watched 13 minutes of Chucky Schumer telling me if we don't have a closed border, we're going to lose our country. I just watched 13 minutes of Bernie Sanders telling me we got to have a closed border. We can't have a country without with an open border. We got to close our border. Dianne Feinstein, 13 minutes of this garbage. And these are the people, the very people that are keeping that border open right now. And we got our Republicans guys in there having hearing after hearing after hearing after hearing on getting rid of this, just Mayorkas, not FJB, getting rid of Mayorkas, the guinea pig, you know, the scapegoat. They could throw this guy under the bus, and FJB is still sitting in the throne, you know. So this is what's going on. Open your eyes, America. This has been going on for years now. So we just got to get past that. We got to get smart, and it's going to take a little work, but it ain't that bad. And the results of that work is awesome. Is an awesome country, freedom, liberty, prosperity, the best of everything in the best country in the world. So I think it's worth it, patriots. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you, Sylvia. Condemned USA website. Yeah, the other United States of America, Tina. Yeah, what's with that? And that's what that's starting to look like, too. Were these men arrested or were they kidnapped? Okay. Are they being run through a legitimate courthouse right now? Or are they being muscled into signing a piece of paper that says they should go to jail for however long somebody says? Are they being lied to? Are they being brainwashed? Are they being manipulated? What's going on? Getting myself all worked up here, man. Feinstein passed away. Yeah. Well, this was before she passed away when she was saying that. The border should be closed. They've all said it. I've watched both sides of the aisle tell me that the electronic voting machines are hackable. Every single one of them. The ballot marking machines, the ballot counting machines. It's all hackable. I watched Democrats tell me that. I watched Republicans tell me that over the last 20 years. I watched Democrats and Republicans tell me that, no, we shouldn't have mail-in balloting because it's too easy to cheat. Both sides have said that. Federalized airports are getting intrusive facial recognition scans. Well, that's... how are they? You can just go out of the country, come in as an illegal, and you're good. You don't have to do that, right? These illegal aliens are flying around in the skies without ID, without, with their shoes on still. They get to sleep right at the terminals. They give them a bed and a blanket and a pillow. They don't even give our J6ers pillows. Yeah, that's horrible. But the Gateway pundit, once again, news, real things. Hey, Bonnie. How are you? I just saw you in here. I wasn't really reading the chat too much here. And I just watched both sides. The mail-in ballots. Both sides tell me that that's easily cheated on, right? And then when you think about it, mail-in ballots go through what? The post office. So do you notice anything about the post office lately? How they can't get a letter anywhere in 3 days? And then right here in Pennsylvania, the post office lost 250 ballots from the last election, and they didn't get their vote counted because of ineptitude at the post office. So we can't have the post office be in charge of our voting. I mean, it's simple. It's simple. Yeah, we can't trust either party. Exactly, Sean. Right. All the videos need to be released. Yes, I mean, we just need honesty and transparency. You know, when these phones, it was known, you know, we got Julian Assange told us they're watching us. Edward Snowden said the NSA's collecting information through these phones, through all the electronics in our lives. And they would say, well, it doesn't matter if you're not doing anything wrong. It doesn't matter if they're watching you. You know, you're not doing anything wrong. So it really doesn't matter. You know, you can have the convenience of this phone, and it doesn't matter because you're not doing anything wrong, right? Well, why can't we see the Epstein client list? Why can't we see the Hunter Biden laptop? Why can't we see Hillary's emails? Why can't we see, FJB's business, supposed businesses, corporations and stuff? So it's going crazy. It's going crazy. This country is in dire straits right now, and we can't sit around and wait for Trump to come in and fix it all. See, Boston is taking over kids' recreation centers and turning them into migrant housing. They're doing it right to their faces, and the people in the cities, they're probably going to sleep a little bit longer than the rest of us, and they're gonna have it tougher. No doubt about it. The people in the cities are going to have it tougher here. Yeah, the kids are getting into trouble. Plus, they're like just totally bamboozled with sexuality, which is something they shouldn't even really think about until pubescence, you know, right? Why are they introducing the idea of sexuality into elementary school kids? It's sick, man. It's sick. Must be because no one in Massachusetts has been willing to give up room. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the governor asked everybody to let the migrants move in. And nobody said, ooh, let me move into my house. Right, man. Right. All right, so there's a lot going on right now, Patriots. I'll be at Freedom Corner live streams tonight. And I think Dead for Freedom's leaving tonight, but I'm not sure. I might hang in with Tammy's channel tonight. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes, see how the reception is and all that. Yeah, kindergarten and preschool, they're introducing sexuality. So with the convoy, heads up on that fake website for them, okay? And if you want to give money to the organizers of that convoy, they are at, like right now, you can see how much money they've got. They have raised $150,000. That's it, okay? And that's a good amount of money for the size of this convoy. And they got a program for what they're going to do with that money. But there's also the funding that you can give your live streamers that are bringing you the action down there, okay? That when you fund them, you're paying for the gas in their cars, you're paying for the expenses that they're going through to do this. Every single one of them is sacrificing a lot to be in that convoy. This isn't a let's go take a drive party type thing, all right? These patriots are working while they're there. They're live streaming, they're driving, they're investing money, they're investing time into bringing this issue to the forefront of the nation. So if you can, support the live streamers. And I think this is a great idea because we don't get problems where All the money goes into one central area for this convoy, okay? There's multiple ways of funding this convoy, and I don't think we're going to see the corruption that we saw in past political movements. You know, it tends to happen, and it's something you always got to keep an eye out for. But the way God has put this together is kind of a thing of beauty, man. Thing of beauty. So, Patriots, if you can, donate to me also to keep this live stream going. We're always looking for something to do, and you know, the more resources we got to do it, the more stuff we can do here too. Let me post that real quick while we're heading out of here, and let's get back into the Take Our Border Back convoy. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about with that. It was cool watching them launch out of Baton Rouge this morning. They had a big meeting, had an awesome prayer, and then watching them get that convoy out on the road. I like Sapphire Patriot because she's hanging in the back most of the time, and then you can see the convoy up ahead when they go around a bend or up a hill or something like that. And you can hear it come over their CB radio if there's people on the bridge. But if you're in the front of the convoy, you know, that comes up too quick, you know. But Big D, let's see, Master Grifter's doing one. We got Bruce Levings doing one. Ann Lake is jumping in. All these YouTubers are in on that. And the live streamers is the future, Patriots. So let's get these people in operation and let them know that they got a livelihood that is needed in this country right now. Oreo Express, First Responders Media, Soup Mama Official, Glory B, our own Glory B from the Vigils is in this convoy, man, and live streaming it right to your living room. All right, Ridgeline's saying about 90 vehicles. Wow, that means like 30 jumped in today while they were driving down there. And it's awesome. Oh, I wanted to talk about the other thing that the news media is lying about is they're all saying they're going to the border. They're going to the border. And nowhere on that website does it say they're going to Eagle Park, Shelby Park, right where the fake mainstream media has been talking about the whole time, man. Here's a link to Glory B. All right, we can roll through a couple of these real quick. And then Glory B. Here's Sapphire Patriot. Here's Big D. Right there. So if you're looking for new live streamers, also, these live streamers don't care about putting other people's links in their thing so you can get turned on to other live streamers. The thing is, instead of coming home in the future and turning on one channel on the television, you're going to have a subscription list of live streamers anywhere you want to get news from. And that's how this is going to operate in the future, I think, man. Yeah, they're lying about the 700,000 trucks. I mean, come on. And then they'll show footage of the People's Convoy. And like they're not directly lying to the people that they broadcast, that watch their shows, but they're showing you footage of something that happened 3 years ago or 2 years ago and telling you about a convoy that's happening now, and they're being deceitful. They are deceitful people. But they're not going to the border, okay? They're going to I believe it's a children's camp is the closest they're going to get to Eagle Pass. And it is a camp that was put out of business by COVID, a viable business that just couldn't keep it afloat during COVID. And it was a place that offered a nice place for kids to go to camp, and now there's no place for kids to go to camp down there. So they're bringing attention to all this. There's Ann Lake. She's jumping in soon here in a town in Texas with Jay Jones. It's just good to see all our buds down there. And there's more. I'm not even remembering all of them. There's more. First responders, yeah. But anyways, let's get back to them, man. Let's go back and give them guys support. I'll see y'all in the chat at Freedom Corner, and then I'll be jumping back into the convoy afterwards. And we'll see you about the same time tomorrow back here. All right, Patriots. God bless you. This is Jericho. Over and out.